44 points in the paint. We've seen a lot of three-pointers from you guys early in the season, but just to be able to dominate down there, and just kind of winning in different ways.
Yeah, like our coaches wanted us to come out with the layup mentality, just get to the rim as much as we could, and then, that's going to open up everything else.
Gaige, you guys shot 71% in the first half. How important was it to come out there and knock down some big shots?
I think that's always important, just to give our team some momentum and stuff like that going in half and whatnot, just so we can keep the steam rolling.
For playing at home, I think you won the last 7 games at home last year in the Valley. This is the last team to beat you guys on JQH. Just how important is it in this conference to get the win at home?
It's very important. You want to protect your home court at all costs. So.
Few hustle plays from you guys tonight. I saw you on the ground a couple times. Keaton is kind of all over the place as well. You just gotta like the way the guys are all playing and hustling for the team.
Oh yeah, Keaton's a boss defensively. If that ball's on the floor and it's 50-50, he's gonna go get it no matter what. He's gonna take charges and whatnot. He's just kind of our utility guy. He just does a little bit of everything. So it's good, especially on defense.
Gaige, with this back-to-back situation here in the Valley, you get these guys again in 24 hours. What do you do? What do you work on when you come back out to make sure that you can sweep this home series?
We just gotta be tighter defensively. In the second half, we kind of let them get loose a little bit. So, it's a big key for us is just, focusing on that defense.
Is there a difference in that this time? You played UNI on back-to-back days. You saw how differently game 1 can go to game 2. Now you get another chance at it. Does that kind of motivate you a bit more to stay focused?
Yeah, for sure. We can't come out flat-footed like we did last week. And, last week's game, that's in the past. We don't care about it anymore. We're worried about tomorrow's game, and then that's it.
You touched on Keaton a little bit. He doesn't put up the huge numbers, although he scored 15 tonight, 3 threes, just played really well. He's kind of been that quiet guy for you guys throughout the season. Just what has he brought to you guys, and what's he like when we don't see him?
I don't think Keaton's really a quiet guy. There's just some things on there that aren't stats, like a first to the floor or, a charge taken or something like that. It's just a lot of those things aren't there, He's one of our guys that's always talking on defense, and, he's just a hustle player. So, I don't think no one really cares about stats on this team. We just like getting the win together. So that's all that matters here.
So I shouldn't ask about your double-double, getting that?
Nah, whatever, man. We get the dub. That's all that matters.
All right, Gaige, thank you so much. Congrats on a big game today.
Thank you.
Good job, Gaige.
Hello. All right, Keaton Hervey is up next from Missouri State. He had 15 tonight. That's a season high for him. He also went 3 for 3 from three-point range and drew a big charge early in the ball game. We'll go to questions for Keaton.
Yeah, Keaton just being able to bounce back and get the win today, just kind of what was working for everybody.
The biggest thing Coach wanted us to do was make sure to penetrate, get to the basket, play smart, play slow, hit the open kicks. And, Indiana State like to press, get up a lot. So those catch-up and drives into the basket was big for us, which is why we were able to get to a big lead early.
Keaton, how good did it feel for you knocking down those three-pointers tonight?
It felt good. That's something that the coaches are all big on. Have big confidence when shooting, so just staying ready. And, we had a good week of preparation, 2 good practices leading into this one, so I was ready for the shots.
Coaches kind of talked about how you're capable of hitting those threes and just kind of growing and waiting for you to get in there and getting in that rhythm. Do you feel like you're getting there right now?
Yes, sir. It's just countless reps, continue to get in the gym, staying confident in myself, even when missing. So, I got good teammates. We all, support each other, good or bad. So, it's a good group.
Speaking of Dana, he's always kind of been a proponent of making sure to get the wins at home and then trying to get them on the road as well. For you, kind of getting your first Valley experience, just how valuable have you found it to, important to get these things done at home so that then you can also try and get them on the road as well and get the wins?
Well, our goal is to win the conference, so we got to protect our home court at all costs, and that's the biggest thing. Control what we can control, but playing here, we feel like no one should come here and win.
Go ahead, Don.
Keaton, they were able to get 10 points with about 15 minutes left in the game. What were you all able to do to be able to pull away there? I know you got a couple of big 3-pointers from your teammates there.
The biggest thing for us was we had to stay locked in on defense. We made some defensive breakdowns towards the end that let them come back, but we're going to go over the film, watch after it, and then we just got to tighten up on Nice and Key tomorrow, who are the two of the big scorers for tonight's game.
In your mind, along with tightening up on those two scores, what is it going to take to avoid a letdown like you guys had last week at Northern Iowa?
Well, the biggest thing for us is just staying locked in, staying focused. Like we said, we're going to go over the film, have our walkthrough tomorrow, get our minds right, stay rested. But the biggest thing is just effort, being tough, because, playing back-to-back games against the same team is going to be tough regardless, home or away. So just come in with that mindset.
For you don't show up too much on the stat sheets every game, but you're always out there playing good defense, hustling to everything. Just kind of how do you kind of describe yourself as a player? Do you like not showing up on the stat sheets all the time? You have a great game tonight, but you've been kind of consistent all year in that way.
Well, the biggest thing was just getting a flow with the offense. We're still getting new parts. DeMarcus and Dawson came back. So we're still moving around, but as a team, we haven't had our best game at all. We're still working for it. And, I'm a capable scorer. So when I have opportunities, I'm going to take them.
And how is that transition with DeMarcus and Carper coming back?
Oh, it's been great having them back. DeMarcus is a floor general. He gets our team running. Great defender, great passer, can get downhill, create for himself. And then Dawson, he's a great guy, big-time rebounder, screener. He just helps the offense move smoothly for us. So we've definitely missed them. And, it's great having them back. But, it's still a lot of work to do.
How special has kind of this early in the season been, just seeing what Gaige and Isaiah are able to do just kind of on a nightly basis, just kind of putting on a show a little bit?
I mean, when they recruited me, I kind of had an idea of, the type of player Gaige was, but, Mosley just blew my mind. He's a great scorer, gifted scorer. So it's been very fun playing with this group of guys. We have a lot of weapons, and we feel like we're a very dangerous team.
All right, Keaton, thank you so much. Great job tonight.
Thank y'all.
Thanks, Keaton.
Thanks, Keaton.
All right, we'll take a quick pause while Coach finishes his radio show and be back here momentarily with Coach Floor. Coach, you shot 58% as a team tonight for a season high, and solid offensive performance by Prim and Mosley. Just some overview of the game itself.
Yeah, I thought the first half we played really a complete half in terms of both sides of the floor. I thought we were active defensively, rebounding wise, and then obviously on offense, I thought we took advantage of what the defense gave us. And then I think in the second half we had a couple of stretches there. We obviously knew that they would make a run, but we've got to take care of the basketball a lot better, and we must do a better job on Cooper Nice and Tyreek Key. These back-to-backs, you don't get a lot of time to enjoy anything. So we've really got to get back to work and make the necessary adjustments.
Yeah, Coach, you say that you took what the defense gave you. That's 44 points in the paint today. Is that something you thought coming in and just being able to take advantage of that?
Well, we just try to emphasize getting layups. We just think, they're the best shots you can get. Our guys did a good job of sharing the ball and cutting to the rim and passing up maybe an open three for a drive. I know DeMarcus Sharp a couple times. Isaiah Mosley in transition always helps. And then obviously when you got a guy like Gaige, you throw it down there and get one. But I thought we did a good job of not settling for outside shots early in our offense, and I think it really helped us.
Coach, you talk about runs, and in the Valley that your opponent's going to make a run, and they did with about 13 minutes left, got it down to a 10-point game. But then you come right back, and Mosley and Black get 3-pointers. They weren't able to sustain any runs today.
Yeah, I mean, no, I don't think there's anyone that's going to just let you beat them, for a complete 40 minutes. But I think our guys stayed the course. We would have liked to have not had the lead cut down to 10, maybe get some other bodies in there. But, a 10-point game is just a couple possessions. So I think we did a good job offensively when they cut it to 10, moving the ball and hitting the open man. And Jamonte only made 1 3 tonight, but it was a big one. Both he and Ritter only made 1 apiece, and we still scored about 80-something points. So hopefully we can get those two guys going tomorrow as well as continue to, play through Mosley on the perimeter and Prim inside.
You said Black only had 1 3, but he still played 34 minutes in the game. What did you think of the game that he had?
I think his plus minus was pretty solid. I think he did a good job defensively in the first half on Cooper Neese. In the second half, they made some necessary adjustments. We adjusted late. It helped us. We'll have to reevaluate how we start on him tomorrow. But, we just feel a lot more comfortable when he's out there. He doesn't always have to be making shots, and he normally does the right thing. He talks all the time, and he knows who to get the ball to in the right situations, and he's just a valuable guy to have. But hopefully, tomorrow he brings his jumper, because we'll probably need it.
Coach, it's clear your focus is already on, the game tomorrow and already thinking about the matchups and what you need to do differently. What did the experience at UNI, when you see how differently a game one can be from a game two, how does that help you understand how much can change and how much you really need to refocus into tomorrow's game?
Well, I think, hopefully the lesson we learned at UNI was, you have to put this one in the bank. It is what it is. You normally enjoy a good conference win, but you have to put this in the bank, and you've got to start 0-0 tomorrow with a complete new, refreshed mindset. We'll let our players get off their feet, hydrate, and bring them in for some video and some adjustments tomorrow. But you have to approach it like you're down 10 instead of, you just won yesterday, I think. And, we'll see if we've grown from week to week, if we've gotten better and had the opportunity to, improve on game one to game two. And that would be a big step for our group. And so hopefully we're ready for that.
You get that.
Coach Mosley started fast again today. It's a couple games in a row now that he's done that. To have a spark plug like that, I guess, how nice, how important is to have a guy who kind of sets the tone by attacking early?
If you're asking me how nice it is to have Isaiah Mosley, it's very nice. I mean, the dude's a stud. I mean, he's an unbelievable basketball player. He's wired to score. He wants to score. You get some guys sometimes they're talented, but they kind of check out on you. But, when he's on offense, he's pretty dialed in. But, I guess in short, man, I'm a blessed man to have Isaiah Mosley. It's good. It's good to have him. And we need to continue to play at a high level. And I've always felt like he was one of the best players in our league. I thought last year he was one of the best freshmen. And early on in the race right now, he's showing he's a pretty good player.
Having the combination of Isaiah and Gaige, it seems like it's starting to be consistent. Those two are going to bring it every night for you.
Well, I mean, if we want to be victorious, if we always say that, an all-league player, everybody knows they're going to score and they still score. It's like, we're disappointed that Key and Neese, they got off today, but they're all-league players, right? And that's what makes you all-league player. You spend all week preparing to guard them, and they still do it, right? And so we feel like, Mosley and Prim are those two guys for us, and we've got other guys that are continuing to develop. But if you go up and down our league, there's normally, every team's normally got a couple guys, and if we want to be consistently in the hunt, those two guys are going to have to perform pretty consistently for us.
Coach, is it going to be weird having to wear the road uniforms tomorrow on JQH's court?
No, I guess we'll just treat it like it's a maroon out or something, right? Or maroon.
Coach, the play of Keaton Hervey tonight, he had 15 points, but he's always been kind of a guy that doesn't appear on its stat sheet too much, makes some hustle plays on defense, but it seems, hitting 3 threes tonight, you've said that he can do that. He seems to be just another weapon for you guys, a whole bunch of weapons.
Yeah, when he's open, he's a really good shooter. When he's open and his feet are set, he started the year off 0 for something from 3, but we just told him to keep shooting because we know he can make them. And tonight he was 3 of 3. He was 3 of 6, I think, at Northern Iowa. And tonight he was 3 of 3. Puts in a lot of time. He shoots good ones. And he's still getting comfortable in our offense. And he's going to continue to be a good weapon for us. Typically, he brings a lot of value on the defensive end. And I thought he did a great job starting out on key today with his size and his athleticism. And, when we go to some of our other lineups, our guards, we get shorter you know, than what we do when we are the start of the game. The start of the game, we got Jamonte Black. He's our shortest guard with Mosley and Keaton Hervey. But as the game goes on, you got DeMarcus Sharp, Lukai Patterson, you get a little shorter. But I thought it was fantastic. And we need him to duplicate his defense tomorrow. Turning the ball over offensively, you know, we'll take a couple more threes as well.
All right, I think that's good night, Coach. Congratulations.
Can I get one, Rick?
Oh, go ahead, Todd. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's all right. Dana, from the perspective of the visiting side, it's really the first time I've seen in depth, you know, Gaige's strength as a distributor. You know, you kind of run things through him at the top of the key. How has he developed his, I'm sure he always had the skill, but how has he developed that to become better at it this year? And, you know, how does it, you know, just make your offense better? Because obviously it takes a lot of people away from the basket.
You know, you hit the nail on the head. I don't think it's any secret. Wherever Gaige Prim is on the court, you probably got to guard him. And if you don't guard him, I mean, he's probably going to score the ball. And he's always been a good passer, but you have to have spacing in order to allow for him to pass it. If you can't make a shot, then people can do what mostly they did last year, is just triple team them. And sometimes they still do that. But I think this year what he's learned is he's willing to pass without dribbling the ball. And I think that's a big deal. You know, when he dribbles it, he gets in a little trouble. Tonight he had too many turnovers, 4. And I know in the second half, I can remember he traveled trying to dribble it. Not to say he can't, but he's a big target. You have to guard him. He's a good passer. He's got a high IQ. And, you know, he does allow for us to do some things offensively that you normally can't do with a traditional big man.
Thanks.